Hi, I'm Dr. Gayatri Gadyok, and I will be your host and moderator for today's session. A little bit about myself. I graduated from Christian Medical College, Ludhiana, and did my MD from Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi. Specialized in histopathology and hematology, working with highly reputed institutes for more than 30 years. But then I switched from clinical practice to medical operations and administration. As part of the founding team and medical director for Fortis Love Farm in Delhi, the first comprehensive facility for women's healthcare in our country. I have also been the director of operations for Nova EV Fertility, where I established and operationalized 5 IVF centers across India. I went on to joining the World Health Organization, where I focused on public health, program development, and quality assurance in the Asia Pacific region. A few years ago, I joined hands with the Ministry of Health in Kerala to establish systems for quality blood transfusion services there. In addition to healthcare, I'm also the chairperson of an NGO called Rohini Gadyok Foundation that works in the field of education, providing for underserved students. Given my work and areas of interest, I am particularly pleased to be collaborating with Health Travelers Worldwide for this series of talks with experts and medical professionals to discuss relevant issues that we are faced with at this time. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Ali Irani. I would also like to introduce Health Travelers Worldwide, an independent health advisory guiding patients through multiple treatment options available to them and helping them find the top doctors in India. Their tagline is, "Let's get you better." They are NABH accredited and have helped more than 7,000 satisfied patients getting the right diagnosis and care. They handle complex and critical cases besides providing health assistance and rescue, their main line of business. I have the pleasure today to introduce today's speaker, Professor Dr. Ali Irani, Head of Department of Physiotherapy and the Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center at Nanavati Hospital, Mumbai. Dr. Irani has several decades of experience in physiotherapy and sports medicine. Besides being a celebrity, he is a keen academic and a PhD guide at various universities in India. He has a special interest in disaster management, and he was also the chief physiotherapist for the Indian cricket team. Today, we will be discussing at-home exercises for your wellness. Before we start the session today, I'd like to say, if you have any questions, please share them with us in the comment section. We will try to take as many as possible towards the end of our discussion. Let me begin, Dr. Irani. What would you like to begin with? Would you like to begin with sharing some of your thoughts on how we can maintain our fitness during these times?
Good afternoon to everybody, all the viewers from across India, especially Northeast, and good afternoon to Doctor from Delhi. I'm speaking from Amchi, Mumbai. It's our Mumbai, and our hospital is a COVID-19 hospital. So my start would be, as far as exercise is concerned. Ma'am, you must be sitting on a chair. Many of us from home are viewing sitting or sleeping on a bed and watching, or sitting on a chair or a sofa and watching. I'm sitting on a ball. Right? See, that's it. So the exercise begins when you're sitting at home also. So maybe very soon, we will not allow our children to sit on a chair or a sofa to play on the laptop or computers. When you sit on a physio ball, your core muscles are working. Your abdominal muscle, your gluteal muscle, your back, paraspinal muscle, they're working, they're exercising. And the other thing, a big thought to balance yourself. When you lie down, you sit on a chair or a sofa, you're just leaving yourself loose. Your muscles are not working. But when you sit on a ball, you can play on a laptop. You can be doing a lot of activities, but the brain is working to balance yourself so that you don't fall. Right? So it's one of the first exercise which will help you and help your children if they can sit on a ball, physio ball, and do the activities. Coming to Corona, So it's the biggest problem for the world, not only in India. My thought is a little different. I say, let's assume we are all going to get it. Why to run away from it? Let us assume what can defend us. When you are scared from your window, somebody can come in through your window, you put a grill. You defend yourself by that grill. So to defend ourselves from any virus, not corona, tomorrow something new may come up. So to defend from that, increase your immunity system. So what is going to increase our immunity is going to be vitamin C, vitamin D3, right? And our old grandmother's prescription, haldi doodh. So I still tell my friends, at night, hot milk with haldi, adrak wali chai in daytime, regular with warm water, because experts say that first 3-4 days it is at the throat level. So if you are regularly drinking, even a sip of hot water, it will help. Steam once a day will help. Oranges for vitamin C, and the drumstick in dal or sambar will give you vitamin D. Deep breathing, one of the initial tests that we started, I should tell everybody, take a deep breath, hold it, count 10, hold it for 10 seconds. Now, in that 10 seconds, if you don't cough or you don't feel breathless, you are good, because it goes to the base of the lung. Again, attack of corona is at the lung level, at the breathing level. So we should, anyhow, Indians have very less vital capacity unless those who are doing the breathing yoga. Lung can take 4.5 liters of air. But usually our studies have shown, when our students are doing studies on patients, usually they are less than 2 liters. And it is really shocking. Some of the females are just 1.2 liters. So more the breathing capacity, air has only 20% oxygen, 20.78% to be accurate. So more you breathe, expand your lung, more oxygen is taken by the blood. So the quality of the blood increases, then it goes to the heart pumps it all over the body. So deep breathing exercises is going to help. Meditation will definitely help. Now, only thing, the contraindication here is we should be careful of sweets, whether it's going to be chocolate form, other sweet form, or sugar. They say when you have anything sweet, next 4-5 hours, your immunity falls. So we have to be careful. So we have to increase our immunity system. The medical way to check it is a spirometer. You just keep it, this is up to 2.5 liters. So you should see that marker going up to 2.5. But we have the one which is 4 liters also. So this is one. But you don't need a spirometer. I would only advise people to take a deep breath and come out with a hissing sound.
That's one of the things they also teach you in yoga.
Yes. So do it number of times a day, especially when in the morning, when the air is much cleaner and with more oxygen. Especially that 1 hour 20 minutes before the sunrise, where the ozone is much more, the quality of the oxygen is much better. And that's how Surya Namaskar came in. So when you go back to see why Surya Namaskar, science would not say why it's that early, but now science is proving that's a time where the universe releases an ozone, and it's very, very good for your health. Then coming to different things, checking yourself is seeing the temperature, it should be below 100. So there are guns and other thermometers you can help. Now, there's a question here where people wear masks. Everybody's wearing masks, whether it's a cloth mask, whether it is a different thing. Just a simple test. I want to show what is the right mask. So if you're wearing this, it's a 3-ply mask. And I on a lighter, right? If it blows off, your mask is not good.
Okay.
So I'm not saying this will be bad. So with a 3 mask, have a ply of tissue paper, keep it inside. Just add a tissue paper to it. It's all. Not necessary go and buy costly. I have made a mask from socks also. So again, a sheet of tissue paper and mask. again, if I want to test it, I can't. So you don't have to, and the socks can be washed once a week, once in 3 days. Only keep changing the tissue in between that you keep. So I don't think so. We should spend a lot of money on masks. Good food. See that you have fresh vegetables and your adrak wali chai, haldi doodh at night, something to give you vitamin D and vitamin C. So let us immune ourselves to fight the corona. So let it come and attack us. It won't. Good vital capacity won't allow. I'm with you.
Very good, simple suggestions, Dr. Irani. And I think just a small tweaking with the mask seems like a very practical, simple thing that you can do at home. But I think our viewers have to be careful about using that lighter.
No, it's a test. I'm just showing it. Even a matchstick will do. Even a matchstick you can on. And idea is air should not pass. See, it's not much in the air. It has to be the droplets. So you are protecting yourself. If somebody sneezes, it doesn't come on you. And if you are positive, you don't give it to others.
Right. So, you are right now in the hospital, in Nanavati Hospital, and you are going to the hospital every day. So, how do you protect yourself? I mean, you are seeing patients. You are dealing with patients.
Mask.
Okay.
I have my N95 mask.
Okay. What are the other precautions that
I have the guard.
Right.
At the shield. Right. If I'm seeing a patient, I'll wear my gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you have to go with my age, I won't be going to the ward to see the corona patient. But those who go, they wear the whole PPE, that is personal protection equipment.
Okay.
Which is all one piece, shield, everything.
Right. So what would you, in today's, now everyone is homebound and not as physically active as they used to be. So what are the suggested exercises for people who are staying at home?
I'll go age-wise. Minimum they can do is deep breathing exercises. Sitting on the ball can give you the balance also, and it is strengthening muscle. And we have a lot of band exercises. You can just go on doing it. I'll be demonstrating some of the exercises at the end. While you're watching television, you can keep doing exercises. Many who are sitting and watching webinars, they can be doing the exercises, strengthening. You can go for a repetition of 10 times. Which muscle you want to do it. It all depends how you will keep it. And suppose I want to do the bicep and I want to do the tricep. So I keep doing the activities with that and keeping myself well immune. You can do skipping. Then if your age permits, do skipping. I always say climbing steps up and down your building is a very good exercise for stamina and endurance. You can be doing that. And idea is not repetition of the weight that you carry. Even holding your arm across and start doing it for how many seconds you can do it now. Initially, maybe you will be able to do it for 15, 20 seconds. See that whether you can do it for half a minute. Then see whether you can do it for 45 seconds and 1 minute. So only when you're holding it, it's a static strength. It is not easy to hold it for a minute. Right? The muscles get time.
Yeah.
So it's not necessary you have to go to a gym. You can do it at home, sitting and just on this ball balancing, it's a big thing. Then I can just lift one of my legs and balance myself.
So these
I can roll on it backwards.
Right. So these aids that you are showing us, like using the band or the ball, are they easily available? Where can people get them from?
Any medical store has a band, and there are hundreds of companies making it. So I'm not going to say which company to buy. Anything that is available is good.
So it is easily available?
The idea is not where you go or what you buy, how much of it you will do.
Right. So, the viewers know that these are easily available. They can get them from, wherever they can buy it.
Even cycle tubes. Let us forget they are at a place they don't get. All cycle tubes, they can do it.
Right.
I remember when we were students, we used to use used gloves. The gloves that were torn, we used to bend them together and use it as an exerciser. So see, any hospital that you go or wherever they want to go, they have to first assume where they are going. Like we come to the hospital, we are screened. So they give us a green bag because they have screened our temperature, they have asked our history, and then we enter. Till we go outside back home to the hospital, then only it is removed. So each one should think when they're going out, what all they should be alert. Are they having the right mask? Are they wearing the mask? Do they require the shield? After coming, they should not take the footwear inside the house. If they can prefer, nowadays at least for the next 2 3 months, we should keep our footwear outside or keep it in the sun for half an hour to 1 hour. And are getting up early morning. It's not that I see people are awake till morning. The best sleeping time is between 11 and 4, 11 at night to 4. We use it with WhatsApp and other on the social side. It's much better you have an early dinner, sleep, and get up at 4 in the morning. Start going to your terrace. You can walk on your terrace. You can climb steps. You can do squats. You can do sit up and get up. You can do push up. There are many activities you can do. The idea is whether you want to. You are watching television, you can be doing exercises. You can hold your arm across straight. Deep breath, hold it there. See whether you can hold it for a minute. You can, semi-squat. Just bend your knee little and hold it there for half a minute. You see the strain that is coming on your thigh muscles.
Right. So you're going to show us, are you going to tell us or show us some exercises, some age-appropriate exercises that one can do at home? Or...
Right. I'll be having a model, and on the plate I'll be showing you all the exercises here. I'll just put this across. Right. So the ball you'll have understood.
I have a question that's just come in. So this is one of the questions that has come in, that there's very little physical activity in this lockdown. How do we keep ourselves fit? And a related question is, do you advise to do exercise during the Ramadan month? What is the most suitable time to do it, before or after iftar?
It again depends from person to person. I feel the best time would be rather than morning, because they have to save that energy for the evening, because the last 2 3 hours becomes a little difficult. So after they have eaten a little, that is doing the iftar, then they can do the exercise and then again eat. Okay. So not having a full meal, just break the fast to get the energy, do your activities, go to gym, swim, do whatever you can do at home, and then have a proper by maybe 10 o'clock. After doing your exercises, you can have a proper dinner.
No, that's very, very good practical advice. Thank you. So are you going to show us some exercises?
Yeah. Fine. Okay. So any particular which part they want to, I'll first show all the exercises. We will be demonstrating the exercises, then whatever queries and questions come, we come back on it.
Sure.
Just a physio ball.
You need a strong core for that, Dr. Irani.
No, you should start. I still feel if you start sitting on it, it's going to be making a difference. The idea is to start. Come.
Good suggestion. I'm going to start that now.
So I feel any IT, most of the IT people very soon will be, instead of the chairs, they will be going and what they would be doing it, they will prefer sitting on a ball. They will be more alert. This one exercise, see what is that we get up in the morning, we brush. I'll show it. Fine. I'll make you do it. We brush. So we bend forward. Then we are eating, we are cooking, we are driving, we are riding, right? And we are working. See the spine, poor spine, it keeps bending in the front, right? At night, very few people say, I sleep on my back. We always sleep on our right or left, right? We cuddle and sleep. So this spine, can I have the spine? So this spine keeps bending. So there's a spinal cord inside. So the spinal cord also keeps stretching. So there is one exercise I want everybody, all the viewers, to do it morning half an hour and night before they sleep half an hour, right? So this is the spine. So if you see everything, we keep bending like that in the morning. this becomes R. So if you take a deep breath, if they take your height, and then after that you take a deep breath, and they take your height again, there will be an increase of at least 2 centimeters that you had lost in the spine. So as the spinal cord goes from our brain through this vertebrae, between the vertebrae, the nerves come out, right? So there's a pinch there. So I want to unwind. I'll be showing how to unwind. So when you are unwinding, so every morning if you get a habit of reading a newspaper, playing with your mobile, watching television, so you lie on your stomach and take a round pillow under your chest. Am I visible?
Yeah, we can see you clearly.
Yeah. Take your hand in forward. That's it. Now you can leave your hand. You can leave your hand and play with your mobile. Right? So she does not need to hold her hand under the chin. So she's playing with the mobile. She can read. Right? So this position unwinds the flexion which we have the whole day. I call it an unwinding. You unwind for the whole day. So you can even have tea, coffee in this position.
Can we do this on the bed, or does it have to be on a hard surface?
Anywhere. You can do it on the floor. You can do it on the bed. Idea is having a pillow. The whole idea, what I'm doing here is, which was this position, right? This position.
Right.
So when I put a pillow here, I'm unwinding it.
Okay. And how long does one stay like this?
Half an hour. 20 minutes, half an hour.
Okay.
Very good for slip disc, very good for cervical spondylitis. Same exercise.
A simple suggestion.
Again, this is a position usually what swimmers do. When they're swimming, the head is out.
Right.
It's the position. And last 32 years, I have never had a swimmer as my patient. No swimmer complains slip disc or a cervical spondylitis or a knee pain.
Okay. What about cricketers?
I've shown all of them this position to unwind.
Okay.
This is one of the position of unwinding. We all, those are office workers, drivers. One of the last 18 years I have been doing it every morning, reading my newspaper like that, or working on my mobile or laptop, and before I sleep. So this is the time you will not say you don't sleep. So wherever you find place, wherever you are, you sleep. So before sleeping, and if you don't have that round, show me another pillow. If you don't have the round pillow, you can have your normal pillow and bend it.
Yes.
It goes. Or use two. You can take the second one and it goes there.
So these are simple solutions to a problem that will help us in the long run. And we do this twice a day.
More than 80% of us have neck problem, knowingly or unknowingly. So if you're going to do chin tuck, see this exercise, rotating your neck and all that is over, no more. Now the exercise for the neck is chin tuck. Pushing your chin back.
How many repetitions?
At least 10. And if you want, the best way to do it is holding a towel to resist it. So your muscle also gets tendon. So take a towel, keep it there, hold it there and push it back. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Again, push it. The push is this. See, when you come forward, there is no pain. But as soon as you take your chin back, there is a pain in the neck. We want to mobilize that. So this is one of the positions that you mobilize your neck, you unwind your spine. The spine needs to be unwind. Very important exercise, and I feel just doing it morning, evening, it saves back problem, neck problem. Then coming to the deep breathing, I have told you all, being in this position, there is more mobility exercises. What are the ones we have touched? Right? Cat and camel, we call it. Head down, back up. Head up, back down. It's called cat and camel. You can do it 5 times.
And
Right.
this is, you have to do it with your breath?
When
You
after
have to,
finishing in lying down position, you can just come on your on your knees
yeah.
and hand.
But when you do the cat and camel, do you do it with your in breath and your out breath?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Take and release the air. To same position, right? You fall on your right and you go down. So there's a muscle here, it gets stretched. Again, this is for back problem. Come back
Okay.
and fall on the left and come just 5 times.
Okay. And because I've just got a question from somebody who says, I usually wake up with severe back pain in the morning. Any idea why is this happening? So this person can be helped with these exercises and stretches?
There are many reasons for back, but I can assure, I'm very sure about it. If he does it at night and gets up in the morning, he won't be getting it.
Okay. And how many times does one do the camel and the cat
5 times.
exercises? 5 times each. Okay.
Next. See, again, this is strengthening and balance. It's opposite leg, opposite hand going in one line.
Right. And you keep a count till?
Count 5. 1,
Count till
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Seems simple,
Even a
but
simple rolling, even I call it the filmy rolling. You know, in Kashmir and all that, the heroine rolls and the hero follows. Log rolling, we used to call it. So if nothing they can do, even if they roll at the end of the bed and come back, it's a very good exercise.
okay. That is a good corollary.
Okay. Then a rotation of your back.
Okay.
The simple movements when you're lying down, you're doing it. Just lifting your back up, going down. This all mobilizes your back because everybody were doing some activities at home or outside. So last 2 months, everybody has been stationed at home. You won't believe I get patients calling me, hey, my hands have got stiff. I can neither open it nor close it. It has got stiff. Right? Because they have not used it to an extent. So I tell them to just crumble newspaper. Take a piece of old newspaper, half a page, quarter page, and crumble it in your hand. So it should be, something, crumbling a newspaper, and it should hide in your fist. It's a good exercise for the hand.
And you know what? There's another question that just come out, that can elderly people, so people who are in their 80s, can they do the same things?
Yes, this all they can do. Deep breathing they can do. Sitting on the ball they can do. Right, climbing steps, whatever they can. I feel at home they should start walking at home. It's in a very simple way for any person who wants to start doing the exercises. First day he will just after eating should walk around in the house only for half a minute. Next, if they can do 45 seconds, then 1 minute, then 1.5 minutes, they can increase every alternate days by 15 seconds or half a minute, depending on how the health is. That increase is important. Gradually increase the time.
Right. So there is no age bar in doing any of these, and we can increase it and regulate it as per our needs.
If any expert is there to see their pulse, the formula is 200 minus the age. The pulse should not cross that. Suppose they're 80.
Is that the resting pulse rate? The resting pulse rate?
Yeah. No, whatever, after they are doing the activities, we should not cross. It's 200 minus the age. That is, they are 80. So it becomes 120. So whatever activity they do, the pulse should not cross 120.
Okay.
They have to take a rest. So a sportsman is 20 years old. You must have seen a footballer running and they drop dead. So what must have happened? So the idea is maybe 200 minus 20, 180. But the heart rate must have gone to 220, 240.
Right.
The formula is simple. what should be your weight? Everybody has to know, they're sitting at home. Height in centimeters, minus 100.
Okay.
So suppose you are 160 centimeters, minus 100, 60 kg.
Okay.
That's the upper limit. But for females, we say always do minus 105 because we want them to look prettier.
That's putting a lot of pressure on us, Dr. Irani.
So, the first one is minus 100.
So there's a question that's come in that I used to have a lot of regular physiotherapy sessions for my arthritis, but this has stopped due to the lockdown. Can I resume my sessions now?
There are many types of arthritis. Are you talking about osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, and which joint?
This I don't have those details now. This question just says, it seems like a young person, so I don't know. Can I resume my sessions now?
If it is rheumatoid arthritis, there's multiple joints. So he can do all this exercise, crumbling of newspaper, with this exercise that we show, he can do all that exercises at home. He can just do free hand exercises. He can push a wall, push-ups at the wall.
Okay.
Rolling on the floor or on the bed, double bed.
Right. And somebody is asking that she hurt her knees while squatting and now cannot bend to do squats or lunges. First question, how long will it take to recover? Second question, please advise on some home exercises for the knees. So can you please show us something for the knees and the lower part of the body?
That's a knee joint. Okay. The best part of the knee is it does only one movement. It bends, flexion and extension. It doesn't have rotation or any other lateral rotation or any other movement. So it bends and straightens. The muscle responsible for the knee is the quadricep muscle. The thigh. So more you strengthen, it will take care. Now what the person who has questioned you is saying, in squatting got injured. So between a knee joint there are cushions, which is a medial meniscus, it's a cushion, and lateral meniscus. So if there is any injury, what she must have done, if she has done a rotation, so if she has injured the medial meniscus, the posterior horn, the idea is this meniscus does not have a blood supply, so it's not going to heal. So they require an arthroscopy and the torn part is removed. And if she has got this ACL tear, that is anterior cruciate ligament, again, if it is up to 50% tear, she can strengthen the quadricep and go ahead. But if it is 100% tear, the job of this ACL is breaking. When we are walking and you want to stop, it breaks.
Okay.
Right? Now, any knee problem, like if again ACL tear requires an arthroscopy to check, MRI to say that it is 100% tear, and there could be a reconstruction. They should not get back to sports if there is any injury, because I always say pain is a signal that something is wrong somewhere.
Right.
And thirst is a signal that the body requires fluid. So the way you are thirsty, you are looking for water. Pain doesn't mean you have to go through the pain, because you are injuring it more. The signal what pain is giving you, careful, I'm injured, I cannot do that. But all knee pains, whether it is osteoarthritis, whether it is an old age, I would advise all the people who are watching at home, again, the way I showed you one exercise for the neck and back alignment, I want to show you one exercise for the knee, very important.
Can she face the other? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that you can just put a towel and put it under your knee. You have to tighten the knee. Push your knee towards the floor. Count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Again push it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. So they can do it for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. This strengthens the quadricep muscle. And this muscle is responsible for the knee.
Right. So a lot of people, they do this Vajrasana in yoga. What do you think of that?
Again, if the knee condition is good. So when you take an X-ray of the knee should have that proper gap. If the two bones are sitting on each other, you are rubbing it much more.
So should avoid that.
Strengthen the muscle. Pain, they should keep looking at the pain. Like people say, when I walk, I get pain. So rest, do your exercise at home. And please, initial day, the injuries, don't apply anything heat. Heat increases the blood supply, worsens the injury. So the rule is first 3 days, always it is ice, ice, ice.
Good,
So,
simple suggestion. Yeah.
We have a formula called RICE. That R is for rest, when it's pain and injured, rest. That I is for ice, C is for compression, and E is for elevation. Right.
Okay, so I'm sure our viewers are going to remember this. Very important, because a lot of people have this tendency to start doing hot. Yeah, they start putting
They
hot
massage it, they rub it.
मालिश कर लो, मसाज कर लो, ठीक हो जाएगा. Yeah.
One more exercise for the knee. You can just lie down on the bed or on the floor. It's an aerobic exercise. You keep taking your legs up and down. One, you don't touch the ground. You can do non-stop initially with 10. You can increase it to 15. You can increase it to 20. And you can go, the sports people especially can go up to 50 non-stop. 50 non-stop.
Oh, okay.
Strengthens the quadriceps.
Okay. Dr. Irani, what do you do? How do you deal with a frozen shoulder?
Again, if the cause is most of the diabetic get frozen shoulder.
No, if it is because of age and osteoarthritis.
Yeah, I'm saying. So if the cause, rule out first the diabetic part. If it is not, then look at it whether there is a supraspinatus tear, whether any of the ligaments have overstretched, injured. See, frozen shoulder is not a problem by itself. There is a cause to it. And because of that injury, because of the pain, you don't want to move your shoulder. So it keeps getting frozen. So first day, if here it was a pain, after a week, here only it will be pain. Then they will say they cannot remove the wallet. Then the ladies will say they cannot step. Right? So it all depends how. The simple exercises that we can do for any frozen shoulder is doing pendulum exercises. Go forward, back, sideways 5 times, clockwise 5 times, and anti-clockwise 5 times. And for their own measurement, they should go up the wall with the fingers. So if they are going up the wall with the fingers, if it is painful here, they stop. So they keep doing it every day, and they will find it they are going higher every day.
Okay. So gradually, it improves gradually.
Yeah. So this is the wall you go with your fingers. And there are exercises. So frozen shoulder is one of the shoulders. So the other shoulder helps you. Hold the bar, take it up. You can go sideways, right? Or with the help of your other hand, take it up, come back. You have to keep it mobilized. Don't allow it. Frozen shoulder, if you are not going to exercise, it's going to worsen. It's not that it will go away on its own. On 15 days rest, the movement will reduce. The movement won't increase.
Right. So you're going to show us some more exercise for the knee?
Knee, I showed you 2 very important. Can you lay down? The third one, if they can, one of the reasons, I'm talking about the aged people, osteoarthritis now. It's releasing the IT band.
Right.
So if you just release it by a massage or a vibrator, they start feeling better.
Okay. One question is, what do I do if the knees make a noise while doing squats, especially while lifting weights?
Maybe. See, most of the Indians they lack in vitamin B12 and D3. These 2 vitamins are very, very important for our body. And especially nowadays, the new study shows magnesium. Magnesiums are less. Magnesium becomes the cause of them allowing to bind them. If you have less magnesium, you take injections of B12, D3, it works for 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't stay in the body longer. If you remember in olden Indian tradition, we used to have that chana kurmura's chana. Right? The chana had high magnesium.
This is the black chana?
No, no, the normal chana what we have.
Okay, the normal one.
With
Okay.
groundnut. With groundnut,
Right.
it's available. They used to first sell it. There were long packets available.
Chana jor
Bombay,
garam.
they sell it. Mumbai, they sell it at the signal.
Right, right.
I think so. Every Friday, according to Hindu mythology, every Friday they had to have chana. We never knew the reason. So
chana
we use
has high in magnesium, is it?
Yeah, now we use a spray. There are magnesium sprays available. So most of our patients, whichever part they complain, we just spray it, they feel better.
Oh, so it gets absorbed from the
So
skin.
very soon there will be supplements coming which will have vitamin B12, D3, vitamin C and magnesium. So you will have to just pop one pill and all your vitamins are covered.
So someone is asking, what is the best drink I can have to improve immunity before this drink comes in, which has
Vitamin C. It is limbu pani, orange juice. That's the tablet we were talking about. Calgal. That is vitamin D3 with magnesium. Now the same company will add vitamin C to it.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen any patients presenting with polyarthralgia during this, with people, patients with COVID who have tested COVID positive?
Usually people who are COVID positive, next 14 days, the idea is survival. No other complaints of them is taken.
Okay.
We have to first see that they survive that. They come out of that.
Right.
So all the attentions and things will be with their blood pressure, their lungs, how it's behaving, vital capacity, their breathing.
Right, right. There's so many questions which are coming up. I'm going to take just a few more now. So when this gentleman gets up in the morning, he has pain in the neck area. Should he still
exercise, the towel exercise and lying is going to get rid of it.
Help. Okay. Okay. So I think we're going to, we already crossed the time limit that I was given. But I'm going to now, is there anything else that you would like to show which you think is really important? We can take a next couple of minutes.
I said whenever they are doing the blood test after corona or before, whenever they're doing the blood test, vitamin D3 and D3, B12 and magnesium should be part of it. It's not in a normal routine. But you should ask the laboratory to add and see if there is deficiency. They can replace it naturally and through medicine or through injection. Very important. Right. Body aches and pains and making of noise could be vitamin B12, deficiency of vitamin B12.
Right.
So good immunity, oranges, vitamin C, drumsticks, very important. Haldi doodh, important. Deep breathing, important. Meditation, important. Sweets, less. Sweets brings down your immunity. Please, those who are young should understand. Sweets will bring down the immunity. Limbu is good. Gawa is vitamin C. Amla is vitamin C.
So how many calories should one consume?
Depending how much you spend. I'll just say roughly 7,000 calories 1 kg. Okay. 7,000 calories. How can you get 7,000 calories? You have 2 parathas in the morning with omelette. It's roughly 1,500 to 2,000 calories. Any buffet lunch and a buffet dinner is 2,500 calories each. Buffet lunch, I mean with sweets and with the kulfi. So you have a buffet lunch, you have a buffet dinner and 2 paratha omelette in the morning. You have gained 1 kg that day. It's 7,000 calories.
And in these days of lockdown, when we are not that active physically, how many calories, ideally, how many calories should be consumed?
No, I would say skip a meal. Have a good breakfast and early dinner.
Good advice.
Either skip your lunch or skip your dinner. Very simple. You are not burning, you are not traveling, you have no stress, you are at home. So you are not burning that calorie. But otherwise, you are going to the station, you are walking around, you are walking in your office. So that 500 calories that were burned could give you another meal. But you are not allowed because you are not burning. But you say, I'm working for 2 hours every day. That person is allowed all the 3 meals.
That's true. It is
a bank. It is how you balance. I give you 1,000 rupees. You go out of the house. You only spend 500 rupees. So that 500 remains with you. So end of the month, it becomes 1,000, 15,000. So on the contrary, if you're taking 1,000 rupees, you just come back home with nothing. It's all spent.
Right, right, right. So now I am compelled to conclude today's live session. And I thank Dr. Ali Irani for tackling such an important topic, so relevant in these times, for his excellent talk and demonstration, and for answering the many questions that came pouring in. We still have more questions that we were unable to handle. So those of you whose questions were not answered, please get in touch. And if you want to consult Dr. Irani, please get in touch with Health Travelers Worldwide on their Facebook page. And I thank Health Travelers Worldwide for initiating the knowledge sharing series. This is a great initiative and I'm glad to be a part of it. Health Travelers Worldwide is also currently running a voluntary virtual clinic program with a panel of expert doctors who are volunteering their time during the lockdown period to give consultations for people in the northeastern states of India and Bhutan. If interested, please contact them with your symptoms and medical queries for a teleconsultation. Their contact details are on their Facebook page. The knowledge sharing series will be conducted every Saturday, and we hope to engage with experts and doctors to address various relevant and important topics. I hope you will like and share and follow the Health Travelers Worldwide Facebook page for more health-related information. Thank you. Goodbye. And goodbye, Dr. Irani. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will come and see you in Bombay one day.
Welcome. Welcome. Amchi, Mumbai.
Bye-bye.
Bye.